All right. In this next part of the Perfect Buyer's Journey, we're going to be talking about content. Content must be insightful. Everyone's got the facts. Nobody wants their facts. They want insight. How do these numbers affect my life? How does a smart person view the problem I have? Insight. They want help, and insight is an immediate show of wisdom, thought leadership. You know what you're talking about. If you can offer insight, you can help people. They like that. Everyone likes that. So when you're making content, a couple things to think about. Let's do your homework. Go on Google, type in the keywords for the market you're talking about. Go down to the bottom. What other suggested long-tailed search queries are popping up? Go on Google. Go on Google AdWords and start searching for terms and see what the average volume is and suggested bid, like the competition. Go on other tools like SEMrush, or there's a bunch of SEO analytical tools. Try to figure out what words are people using to describe this. Put that somewhere. Put that in your brain. 2. Make video. Video. Call it source. Right? Make your video content, record video content, transcribe it, make an audio version, transcribe it, send that to a copy editor, a journalist, have them turn it into a blog post. Take that blog post, we'll get into how to reuse it. We'll visit this later, but if you're not making video, if you're only writing words, no one's reading that shit. You want to provide everything. Your video is your source file because the video can be turned into blog posts, emails, white papers, sales sheets, everything. It all starts with video because who else, first off, that video file can be turned into all these other things, but also when you capture video content from somebody in an interview, especially the person in the organization. So if I'm the marketing manager, I would be interviewing my bosses on having them answer specific questions that I know through SEO research my prospects have, and then turning those into content. Who else is better suited to provide insight and valuable content for any industry, more so than the people leading a business in that industry? No one's going to know more than that. Don't outsource your content production. Do it in-house. It has to be done in-house or else it's going to be watered down and fluff. Don't make content just to make content, just to put on the blog because you're supposed to do that. No one's going to read that. You have to actually answer questions. So, insight. What answers can I be giving that answer your questions and illuminate the true nature of the problem? So this is video content for your blog, right? Equals source host. Put that in your blog. It'll build up SEO. You can advertise it across whatever acquisition channels you want to target, and you will okay, you will do better than not. If you're trying to make organic content, match the medium to the message. So your blog should be fueled by video. But if you're trying to, if you find that YouTube is where your customers are. You need to be making content for YouTube that matches the medium. The message needs to match the medium. So Google AdWords is product info. Facebook is news or long form. Instagram is personal motivation. LinkedIn, professional development. YouTube, DIY, do-it-yourself video. Twitter, one-on-one communications. Call it Ask Me Anything. Q&A. That's a better way to put it. Google, Facebook, Instagram, and then let's even add Pinterest. That is project inspiration. Right? So Google AdWords, people are searching for product information, product info. Facebook, it's news and long form content, blog posts. Instagram is personal motivation. LinkedIn is professional development. YouTube is DIY video. Twitter is Q&As, one-on-one conversations. Pinterest is project inspiration. Now, the reason I say this is because your content should be your ad. Whatever content you make, you should be advertising that content. You can make pure ads and send those to landing pages and so on and so forth, but if you make content, you should be advertising that content. No one's going to see it otherwise. It's going to take years until people really see it. And the reason you want to do that is because you'll get high engagement, because that's what people want, and it will give you immediate feedback on the value of that content, and it will boost traffic to that piece of content quickly to build up some SEO, which the search engines like. So, make good content. Now also you want to be thinking about the 20-80 rule. 20% yours, 80% others. 20% of your time should be spent, 20% of your content should be yours. How do I say this? Maybe it's a better way to say it, 80-20 rule. So 20% of the content you put out should be content you made yourself. 80% should be content of that's curated from other places. This is like another way to think about it is organic versus paid. Your organic content should be 80% of your content, and there should be other people's content. You're curating a selection like a store. Your paid content that you're promoting should be yours. You should spend 20%, that should be 20% of the content you put out. This is, percentage of feed. However, percentage of time should be inverse. 80% of the time should be spent making yours, 20% of your time should be spent getting other people's. It's easy to get other people's content, it's all over. Follow who your clients should be following on wherever they are. Right? Does that make sense? Hope so. Ask questions however we can.